Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm a nurse and I have seen some of the most ridiculous tantrums on Facebook, on Twitter, on all the various social media about people not wanting to wear a mask. Now, I'm a nurse and I wear one all day. I don't have trouble breathing. My colleagues who are asthmatics wear one all day and they don't have trouble breathing. But the excuses that I'm hearing are just ridiculous. Have a look. I've got a collection for you.
I don't have to give you a reason.
Legally you do.
No, I don't.
Do you have any ID?
No, I don't.
No? So what's your details?
I'm not prepared to give them to you.
Are we on the arrest?
No.
Well, the issue is you are committing an offence. Yeah, if you don't give us
No, we're not committing an offence.
You are required by law to provide your name and address. Which law is that? It's a Commonwealth offence. Okay? Which one? It's Commonwealth law. Can you show me that one? No, I don't need to show you. I just informed you.
It's actually not Commonwealth law. You don't know what you're talking about right now.
Okay. Well, either way, you are required to provide your details.
No, I am not. I know what I'm talking about. I would not be arguing with you, sir. I'm telling you the facts. I don't need to give you anything. Have I committed a crime?
Yes.
It's a criminal matter now for not wearing a mask.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Will you arrest us? If you're saying that we're under arrest, can you tell me exactly for what reason again?
Yeah. So, because you have committed an offence today, which the offence is not wearing a mask in a public place,
Yeah.
you are required by law to state your name and address so that we can confirm ID. You have refused to state that.
But that's not a law. I don't have to give you my details. I'm just a citizen walking around, and at this point, your job is to make sure that we are safe. And I can see you're carrying guns, both of you.
Yes.
So you are now, I'm fearing for my life.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a divisional band to come out here, and we'll transport you back to the police station. We'll check your photos on the system and see if that recognises anything, until we can confirm ID. Okay?
Right.
Do you have any questions?
I do not consent to that, and I will be suing you personally.
Yeah.
And you personally, not your department. They'll hear about it, but you will both be personally sued for $60,000 each.
Okay.
And he will be suing you for $60,000 each. Do you want to continue?
Yes, yes.
You want to continue?
Yes.
Great. Let's go.
Okay.
G'day, mate. Good. Thanks. I think you can hear me today. You can hear me fine. That's fine. Reason for travelling. Have I disturbed the peace today? Have I disturbed the peace? No. Well, I don't need to tell you that. I don't know you.
So where have you come from today?
I don't need to answer your questions. No. Have I committed a crime? Have I committed a crime? Have I committed a crime? Thank you. Yes! Oh my god! I feel so good! Yes!
A walk. So,
What's your reason for not having a mask on today?
well, I don't have one and I just don't think I need one.
You tried it on your mate?
What do I need the ID for? So have I actually broken a law?
Hey?
So have I broken a law?
The chief tells me all his directions at the moment are that you need to wear a mask if you're out for a walk.
Okay. Yeah.
So is there any reason why you don't have a mask on at the moment?
Well, I've got light asthma, but I just wanted to get some fresh air.
Okay, so you got a medical contact.
Yeah.
What got to be a mask? Would you like a mask?
I can't breathe with it on, so I don't want it on, so that's why I'm walking. I wouldn't bother walking.
Shopping centres or something like that without a mask, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I wouldn't bother walking with the mask. It's not worth it, so.
Have you got your ID in at all?
But have I broken a law? Like, why don't I need my ID? We're not allowed.
You've got a medical reason.
Yeah, but so we're not free to just walk around.
Well, you told me that you've got a medical reason, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But can I just confirm your ID?
I'd really rather not.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Is there any reason why, or?
Well, because I don't see why I should be stopped just because I haven't got a mask on.
Because I've told you already, it's a chief.
But is that a law?
Direction.
Is it an actual law or a direction?
Yeah, it is against the law now not to have a mask on.
Pretty crazy, isn't it? In Australia? Who knows? I have no idea.
Are you going to go and see your GP, or?
I have no idea. You guys don't care, so it doesn't matter. So
What do you mean we don't care?
no one, the police don't care about our freedom and how we live. So you're enforcing these sort of
We're
laws.
only human at the end of the day too,
Yeah,
mate.
I know. But
That's a pretty big statement to make.
oh, I can give you my name and address, but and then what's that going to do? What's that going to do? That's
Confirms that we spoke to you, alright?
oh. Well.
I beg your pardon? Beg your pardon? It's alright, I'm just asking if you've got a mask.
Well, it's clear I don't. And you are not authorised to ask me or question me about it.
Would you like to speak to the manager?
Sure.
You need a medical certificate if you guys aren't wearing a mask.
I actually don't need a medical certificate if you refer to the
Please stop
DH.
filming me.
No, I'm allowed to do this.
That's
And you're discriminating
I'm not there's no
against me.
discrimination. We're all just trying to all be in this together. We all have
All
to
in
wear a
what
mask.
together? I actually don't. And you're not authorised by the Australian government to even question me about it.
It's a condition of entry of our stores as a...
Then that's discrimination, and I can have you sued personally for discriminating against me as a woman.
We're not discriminating against anyone.
You
It's a
are.
condition of entry to all Bunnings stores.
It's not.
Required to wear a mask.
It's an unlawful condition of entry.
Yep.
Therefore, that exposes you personally and Bunnings to being sued for discrimination because it is in breach of the 1948 Charter of Human Rights to discriminate against men and women.
We're not trying to discriminate. Could you please
You
stop
are.
filming?
No, I'm not going to stop filming
No worries.
because this is my evidence against you and Bunnings for discriminating against me as a woman.
We're not trying
You
to
are.
discriminate against anyone.
You totally are. If you take out your phone and look up the Department of Human Services and have a look at the conditions of wearing a mask, I don't even have to have this conversation with you because you're not authorised by the Australian government to even question me.
As I said, it's just a condition of entry to all
I don't
Bunnings
care. It
stores
doesn't
as a
apply
state.
to me.
It applies to every single
It does
person.
not. It does not because that's a breach of the Charter of Human Rights.
It's a condition
You
of entry to
cannot
Bunnings
do that.
stores. I'm not going to keep
You
repeating myself.
cannot
Please stop filming.
do that. I'm not going to stop filming you. It is unlawful and it is discriminatory and it is illegal. And I'm going to continue going in here and getting what I need because it is unlawful for you to do that.
No worries, if that's what you feel as though you have to do it. As I said, it's a condition of entry, so we'll be having this conversation every time you walk into here.
Oh, and I'm fine with that and I'll be recording it every time.
Please stop recording me now.
I'm not going to stop recording you.
No worries.
It is my right as a living woman to do whatever I want. And the Australian Federal Court, Supreme Court, has actually said that even the police have no right to ask for anybody to stop recording in a public place. This is a public place. That means I can record anything and everything that I want to, despite your request for me not to. Because that's not lawful.
As I said,
It's that simple.
As I said, it's just a condition of entry to the store.
Or it's an unlawful condition of entry. Happy to have the chat every time.
Yep.
It's illegal and it's unlawful.
No worries.
You have a good day. Oh, I've told him. He's not listening.
Okay.
Was you just after that today?
No. We're going to go and have a wander. Thank you.
No worries at all. As I said, it's a condition of entry.
As I said, that's an illegal condition that cannot be enforced.
No worries.
Damn.
So because we have adults having tantrums about wearing a face mask and stating that being forced to wear one is against the law, I thought I'd have a dig around and find the actual legislation for you. And the government is actually doing everything according to the letter of the law. So we start with the COVID-19 Omnibus Emergency Measures Bill. So let's go and have a look at that. And now Chapter 1 is just all the preamble. Chapter 2 looks at the temporary modification of the law by regulation. So let's go and have a look at that. And these temporary modifications will be upheld in every court of the law, including the tribunals. So let's just have a look at all of the legislation that has been amended to include the emergency measures, including VCAT and the Victims of Crimes Tribunal. So how does it work? Now let's go to the piece of legislation that is the actual working guts of it. So firstly, a recommendation has to be made by the Attorney General. So this is this part here. The Attorney General is the Queen's representative, and only when they are satisfied that the recommendations are in line with the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, in particular Part 10. So that Part 10 there. So let's go to the Public Health and Wellbeing Act. So 2008. Now this is quite a lengthy one. I particularly want to draw your attention to the emergency measures. Okay, so if I take you to Part 10, which is what was noticed in the Omnibus. Now, in Part 10 are the 4 sentences as part of the legislation that are directly applicable to masks. Now, these are the emergency powers. So there are 4 elements to this, and they've kind of listed them upside down. So for ease of them understanding, we'll do them backwards. So Part C is prevent any person or group of persons from entering the emergency area. Now that's the state of Victoria, so they can stop people coming in and they can stop people going out. Now, B, restrict the movement of any person or group of persons within the emergency area. Now, that's the stay at home unless you have one of the 4 reasons to go out. So that's restricting our movement. Part A is detain any person or group of persons in the emergency area for the period reasonably necessary to eliminate or reduce a serious risk to public health. So if you are in direct contravention of the wearing of the mask rule, then they can actually arrest you and put you in jail. Now, this particular one, this last one, is relating to masks. Give any other direction that the authorised officer considers is reasonably necessary to protect public health. This is the catch-all, so that if we find that something works in reducing the numbers that we're currently having, then we can implement it without having to have the time or expense of redrafting the legislation. So I saw the greatest term today, a maskhole, and I'll let you make of it what you will. I'm not going to tie myself up in knots about people who aren't wearing masks, because the police have got the legislative backing to be able to do what they need to do. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've had a bit of a giggle at the people who are just having a tantrum over wearing a face mask in a public health emergency. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, thanks for watching.